We are wrestling. Previously on Impact.
Taz, you attacked me backstage for no reason. Well, I'm going to give you one last opportunity to apologize to me.
Well, Dustin, I'm going to give you an opportunity to kiss my...
Whoa! Oh my God! Off the top of the bleachers!
Cornette, I will continue to come in here and destroy anybody every week until I get what I want.
Ever since that diva came to TNA, all the attention has gone to her. Karen Angle does not play second banana to anyone.
The wives of Kurt Angle and Booker T in a catfight here on Impact.
I've got to ask you about the relationship between Mitchell and yourself, the secret that only the two of you know.
The secret dies with me.
AJ, it's time for you to make a decision. Come with me, the Instant Classic.
Come with me, the Olympic gold medalist.
Don't that world champion.
Top go!
Hello, wrestling fans. It's JB, Jeremy Borash. I am standing live outside the townhouse of the grandmother of the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, coming to you live tonight from Gainesville, Georgia. We received word earlier in the week that AJ Styles was not only not going to be attending tonight's Impact show, but we received word from his family that he has not left this place in over 2 days. We're going to hopefully get to the bottom of this. He obviously is faced with a tough decision right now, the Angle Alliance, the Christian Coalition. Hopefully we'll get an answer tonight. Hi, JB here.
Mary Jane, I'm MJ. I'm AJ's sister.
You're the sister?
Yes. Why don't you come in?
Can we come in?
Yeah, he's right in there.
Do these dogs bite?
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Easy, guys.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. Come on. Hi. Hi.
How are you?
Nice to see you.
Coach Butterman, nice to see you.
Coach, good to see you. Father, nice to see you.
Welcome, my boy.
He's in here?
Yes, sir, right in there. You got to do something. Been in there 4 days. That's my life.
AJ? AJ, it's JB.
He's not here.
Who's not here?
Me, AJ, I'm not here.
AJ, I just saw you. I know you're in there.
Well, what do you want, JB?
I just want to know what the deal is. Angle Alliance, Christian Coalition, what's your decision? We need to know.
I have no idea what kind of pressure I'm under, so just get out of here.
AJ, we just need a simple answer. Final resolution is this Sunday. Christian Coalition, Angle Alliance, what's it going to be?
Simply shut up and go away.
He won't even answer the door for his own son. Unbelievable. Well, he's obviously faced...
He's supposed to be with his mama.
He's tough decision nonetheless. Christian Coalition, Angle Alliance. I'm not leaving here till we get an answer tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Live via satellite from Gainesville, Georgia.
You on television?
It's
Are we
Jimmy
live?
Borash. Yeah, we're live right now.
Lord have mercy. Can I get what they call them shout-outs? How y'all doing?
We're not leaving tonight without an answer, ladies and gentlemen. We'll stick around here live from AJ Styles' grandmother's house in Gainesville, Georgia.
Raisin Goats, go!
Happy New Year from TNA. This Sunday, it's Final Resolution, live on pay-per-view with Kurt Angle defending the world's title against Christian Cage. But first, tonight on Impact, we kick off 2008 with an unprecedented 4 gauntlets in one broadcast as we determine the rankings in all 4 divisions.
Knockouts, X Division, Tag Team Division, and Heavyweight Division. Plus, whose corner will AJ Styles be in at Final Resolution? And on that note, let's go to Jim Cornette and Matt Morgan in the ring. Welcome everybody to the very first TNA Impact telecast of 2008. We're glad to have everybody with us both at home and here in the Impact Zone. It's going to be a tremendous program tonight for the first time ever on one television program. 4 gauntlet matches that will decide the rankings for all 4 of the TNA divisions, the TNA Knockout Division, the X Division, Tag Team, and of course, the Heavyweight Division. That's here tonight on the program, 4 gauntlet matches to determine the rankings. And also, we're leading up to Final Resolution on pay-per-view this Sunday. Going to be a tremendous event, and a match has been added to that card. Robert Roode has asked for and received a mixed tag team match. It's going to be Robert Roode and Ms. Brooks teaming up
to go against Booker T and his lovely wife Sharmell. That's this Sunday at Final Resolution, where the main event on pay-per-view for the World Heavyweight Championship, Christian Cage and Kurt Angle are going to go one-on-one head-up. That's this Sunday.
The interruption of the music from Samoa Joe reminds us that a different side of Joe surfaced at Turning Point. Scott Hall no-showed the event as a scheduled tag partner of Joe and Kevin Nash, and that set Joe off with verbal fireworks. Since that time, he's been very outspoken about everything from the role of other wrestlers to his disagreement with TNA management over his current contract.
How is it that we have a pay-per-view and Samoa Joe is not a part of it? How is it, Cornette, that I have destroyed everybody you put in front of me, yet somehow I still don't get my title shot? Or maybe you can explain to me, since title shots are so hard to come by here in TNA, why you've given Kevin Nash and the Phantom of the Impact Zone, Scott Hall, a tag team title match, yet I managed to not be able to get on. Cornette, you can't explain any of it to me. And it's because of that lack of aptitude in doing your job that you get exactly what you deserve.
Well, something tells me that we're about to get the opinion of one Kevin Nash. If you think about it, the old school, new school relationship between Nash and Samoa Joe got off to a very promising start. But since that verbal burial of Scott Hall back at our Turning Point pay-per-view, things have not been so smooth between the two.
You know, I think deep down that Kevin Nash understands a little bit what Samoa Joe is feeling. I just think that he feels he's done so much in this sport that he doesn't have to answer to anybody.
You know, Joe, I sat in this ring at Turning Point. I heard you run Scott Hall down. I heard you run me down. Scott Hall has more problems in an hour than you'll have in a lifetime. You don't have the right to run your mouth about Scott Hall. Now, I'm going to tell you something. You remind me a lot of Hall and Nash when we were younger. We didn't play by the rules. We took it. But let me tell you something also. There's a place that the outsiders have in this business. You have not reached that place yet. And when you do, you know what? You got to recognize it. You have got to recognize you're not there yet. You know that?
You know what, Kevin? The only thing I recognize that in the grand scheme of things, even the most historically dominant pack leaders have to move aside or be put aside.
Well, I promise you this, Joe. I sure as hell ain't gonna walk aside. So maybe you better push my big aside.
No, gentlemen. I've heard what you both have to say, and I'm going to give you both what you want. Sort of. I agreed to give you and Scott Hall a tag team championship match at Final Resolution, but apparently Mr. Hall has other plans. That means you don't have a partner, Kevin Nash. That means you don't have a title match. You're not on Final Resolution. Samoa Joe, you want all these main events, all these title shots, all these big matches, but you're not on Final Resolution either. So it seems to me the only fair thing to do to give everybody what they want. If you want these big matches and title shots, if you want to be on Final Resolution, then you can be Kevin Nash's partner for the tag titles at Final Resolution.
Whoa! Nash and Joe together?
You can take on Styles and Tomko, and you can win the gold and be in the main events, and it's all about if you don't take it, neither one of you is a part of Final Resolution. Gentlemen, I'll give you some time to think about it.
What's it going to be? Samoa Joe and Kevin Nash. Ladies and gentlemen, will they fight for the tag titles or will they be on the bench at Final Resolution? To Crystal with Robert Roode and Ms. Brooks.
Robert Roode, Jim Cornette just announced the mixed tag that you demanded for Final Resolution. It's going to be you and Ms. Brooks against Booker T and Sharmell.
For once in your pathetic life, Crystal, you are exactly right. You see, if Booker T skank of a wife, Sharmell, wants to get in the ring and get in Robert Roode's face, then I say, let's make it official. Because you see, Booker, Robert Roode has no problem the taste out of any.
Wow. Takes a real big man to hit a lady. I despise you. I despise every little thing about you.
You despise me? You really hate me that much? Good! I love the fact that you despise me. I love the fact that you hate me. But remember, I'm your boss, and you will do what I tell you to do. And this Sunday, look at me! This Sunday at Final Resolution, you will be my partner.
I don't have a problem with Booker T or Sharmell. Why do I have to do this?
Why? Because my problems are your problems. And if my problems aren't your problems, then Robert Roode will be your personal problem. Just do what you're told. Just do what you're told to do for once in your life. And remember, no, you say it. Say it.
I'm not saying
Say it!
No, I'm not saying
Oh, you don't want to say it?
No.
Well, maybe I'll throw you back in that strip club where I found you, making $1 an hour. Say the line. Say it.
It pays to be rude.
Sure does.
Up next, it's the TNA Tag Team Gauntlet. TNA Wrestling is taking live events to an all-new dimension. This January, experience TNA Wrestling live.
You got to be kidding me! Oh my God, they cracked it right into the table! Unbelievable! Listen to this crowd, they know they're watching something spectacular! That was freaking insane! Wow, look out! Oh man! What an incredible move!
TNA Wrestling live. Go to TNAWrestling.com for ticket information.
I know you've been thinking about me.
You know what, Brother Ray? I am so sick of this. Week after week after week, I have to take this from you. And you know what? I'm over it. I'm done. Here's the microphone. Interview yourself.
What the hell is her problem? What? No kiss before you leave? Man, that girl can't take a joke. And speaking of jokes, how about this? Me and you, Team 3D, we're ranked behind LAX and the Machine Guns in the Tag Team Gauntlet. We're Team 3D, for Christ's sake. We're the greatest tag team of all time. Don't they know? Man, you know who must have voted on this? Cornette. Is either him or that giant lackey of his. Or better yet, it was the fans. Those lousy, stinking fans. That's who it was. It doesn't matter, though. It doesn't matter. Because at Ultimate X, at Final Resolution, we will prove ourselves. We've been training harder than anybody's ever trained for Ultimate X. I've been jumping and scaling buildings. Devon's been swinging and running and jumping and flying just like King Kong. What the hell did you just say, boy?
Whoa, Devon. I meant you're huge, man. You're big.
Yeah, bro, I think he just meant that you're big and your traps are huge, and that was stupid. Machine Guns, machismo. Tonight, we started. At Final Resolution, at your matches, we're gonna end it. Oh, my brother, testify!
Hey, y'all know where Crystal's at?
Yeah, I ate her.
You ate her? You might want to lay off the carbs. That's all right, because I'm the only one who really...
Where can I get a pair of pants like that, Daisy?
You think that's funny?
It was pretty funny.
No, I don't really have to worry about them right now. What I am worried about is you. When are you going to make the announcement that I am your tag team partner? You know, the case that you won, that I won for you.
Kip, are we still on this? Look, I ain't made a decision yet, but I promise when I do make a final decision, you will be the first one to know. I kind of got my eye on somebody.
Whoa! What? You got your eye on somebody? Do I need to remind you who we are?
No. What?
Do I need to remind you of where we've been? How many arenas we've sold out? How many years we've been together? 1, 2, 3, 12 years. 12 years, and you're scouting somebody else? You're looking at somebody else? Well, how about this? Scout this! Ha!
Why does he always got to be like this? Why am I asking you?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a tag team division gauntlet match where 2 wrestlers start and another enters. Every 60 seconds, you are eliminated by being thrown over the top rope and touching the arena floor. When 2 men are left, their teams will return and there will be a tag team match won by pinfall or submission. Introducing the first participant, representing the Rock and Rave Infection, Lance Hoyt. And the second participant, representing the Voodoo Kin Mafia, Kip James.
Mike, today, Don West at ringside, it was pretty apparent that Kip and his BKM partner of a dozen years, BG James, aren't on the same page. But that disagreement hasn't stopped Kip from busting out the cherry-covered pink ring gear. And you know, that's possibly one of the reasons that BG is scouting for a potential new partner when he cashes in that Feast or Fire tag title shot.
Mike, if I didn't know him any better, I'd swear he'd lost a bet. But you and I know Kip. He obviously was shopping for that outfit.
You know, it's going to be interesting to take note both of the order of entrance and order of elimination in all 4 gauntlets. Entrance order based on Jim Cornette's current rankings in each division with the lower-ranked individuals, and in this instance, the teams entering first. The higher-ranked competitors get the built-in advantage of entering the gauntlet later. Both order of elimination and the eventual winner of each gauntlet will shape Jim Cornette's rankings as we go forward in 2008.
Well, there's never been a better example of it's not how you start, it's how you finish. You have a chance to leapfrog everybody in the rankings if you come out first in these gauntlets. It's a great situation where you can actually up your status by coming out with a victory tonight.
Swinging neck breaker by Kip James takes Lance Hoyt directly down to the canvas. Don, you're right. A good showing here in the gauntlet. You move up the ladder and possibly in line for championship matches.
The next participant, representing Team 3D, Brothers Devon.
Well, I know this came as a shock, but Team 3D's brother Ray not only unhappy that they must compete in the Ultimate X this Sunday at Final Resolution, but Don also not thrilled with his team's entrance spot tonight in the gauntlet, meaning that Cornette has them currently ranked behind both LAX and the Motor City Machine Guns.
I mean, let's face it, in Team 3D's mind, they perceive themselves as the greatest tag team in the world, and in no way, shape, or form would they be ranked behind anybody. But I'll tell you one thing, and you mentioned it, Mike, they better be concentrating this Sunday at Final Resolution because they're going to be in a match, the like of which they have never been in before, and I'm talking about an Ultimate X match, and let me tell you something, size and strength can be a hindrance in a match like Ultimate X.
All the late-breaking news about, yes, Ultimate X and Final Resolution available at TNA Mobile. Text TNA to 76,000 now, plus you get a free week subscription.
Representing the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley.
And here comes Alex Shelley, who will be in that Ultimate X match, and here's somebody that knows Ultimate X, and his partner Chris Sabin, who knows it even better. They've got to be frothing at the mouth to get a hold of Team 3D, and of course, X Division champion Jay Lethal will be at their side, as Johnny Devine will be with Team 3D.
Shelley uncorked that top rope elbow, but then turned right in to Brother Devon. And here's just a little sample of that Ultimate X match. Don, you talked about the power that Team 3D brings to Ultimate X. Shelley, at the same time, has moves just like that he and his partner Chris Sabin and Black Machismo Jay Lethal, they're going to need to take advantage of those kind of moves to take down the powerful Team 3D.
Whoa! Look at Brother Devon and the strength, and I'm going to tell you, look for Brother Devon, Brother Ray, to take any cheap shots they can at the Motor City Machine Guns to try to get them any kind of an advantage to ground those guys for Final Resolution.
in 2006 and much of 2007, and this match is of utmost importance in their bid to regain the TNA World Tag Team titles. Oh, and the speed and quickness of Homicide apparent as he drops down, and Kip James goes over the top rope, down to the floor, and that is the first elimination in our first gauntlet.
Oh, keep in mind, Kip James can return if his partner BG James can find a way to make it to the final two, because when that happens, the partners rejoin, and then it's pinfall or submission.
Power game again of Team 3D comes into play. Devon neutralizing Homicide while Alex Shelley is being beaten down by Big Lance Hoyt.
Look at Brother Devon there applying that knee right into the chin and the neck of Homicide, trying to take that oxygen out so it's so much easier to throw him over the top rope.
Representing the Rock and Raven faction, Jimmy Reed.
As we start the entrances of the tag partners, you'll notice that they mirror the order of their teammates. The obvious advantage goes to the teams with two competitors alive. What an opportunity here for the Rock and Raven faction to take control with both Lance Hoyt and Jimmy Rave still surviving.
Great point, Mike. I mean, they have less than 60 seconds to work together. The problem is Big Lance Hoyt knocked down in that corner. Laney gets a turnbuckle. You can see him stumbling to get to his feet. And in that point, you've got Brother Devon still wailing on Alex Shelley. But now, Lance Hoyt goes over. It's got Homicide with his partner, Jimmy Ray. This is a chance. Homicide, though, fighting back with everything he's got to keep from being eliminated.
The LAX member fights back and then, with a tremendous uppercut, rocks Jimmy Rave in the corner. Series of shots takes down Lance Hoyt as Homicide from LAX just took care of both the Rock and Raven faction, both members of the team.
The next participant representing BKM, BG James.
Wonder what's going through the mind of BG James. Don, just moments ago, we heard that he has his eye on somebody other than Kip when it comes to cashing in that tag team title shot that they won at Feast or Fired.
I mean, you wonder if he might be scouting somebody in the ring, even though he's competing against them at this point. And if he does get to the final two, it will bring Kip James back into the mix. But that doesn't mean that he's going to have Kip James as partner when he finally gets that chance at Tag Team Gold.
Clothesline doesn't connect. Devon charges at BG, who ducks under and then eliminates Brother Devon. Brother Devon is out.
Unbelievable. Big one right there, as Brother Ray would have been next in, and him and Brother Devon could have worked together. And you see now the boot to the neck of Homicide. BG James almost eliminated, but Alex Shelley just didn't have enough gas in the tank to get BG over the top.
Next, representing Team 3D, Brother Ray.
Well, he claims that he and Devon will be up to the task of climbing the steel structure with the two cables that crisscross and form the X 15 feet above the ring at Final Resolution. But I think that we all wonder how 3D, as we see Brother Devon and Brother Ray come together when they join Johnny Devine, how they will fare against the Motor City Machine Guns and Jay Lethal when Ultimate X returns this Sunday.
Well, one thing he doesn't lack, and that's confidence. You can see him giving Brother Devon a hard time. And that devilish way that he does it, that smile on his face, Brother Devon, I think, feels in his mind that he can outlast everybody and bring Devon back into the mix.
And Brother Ray immediately turns his attention to Alex Shelley, but now with shots for everybody, including Lance Hoyt.
Well, he knew he had to come at it full force, but man alive, Brother Ray just went right after everybody with wicked shots, and now his target, Alex Shelley, and he just creams him with that open-handed slap into the chest.
Here's another advantage in terms of the numbers game. Alex Shelley's still alive. Here comes his tag team partner, Chris Sabin, and now the Motor City Machine Guns have two survivors in this match, in addition to the Rock and Raven faction.
You saw Chris Sabin just anticipate what Brother Ray was going to do, shoulder into the gut, and then comes flying off the ropes, and then Jimmy Ray gets the kick, and look at Chris Sabin showing you that athletic ability, that agility, and turns around, and there's BG James, but it's like he can feel it in the back of his head. He saw it coming, he sensed it, and you have to have those kind of skills when you're in Ultimate X, and he will be in Final Resolution if BG James is gone.
How about that leg strength from Chris Sabin? The dropkick making contact with BG and sending him crashing over the top. VKM now, Don, is out of this tag team gauntlet in the entirety because both BG and Kip have been eliminated.
The final participant representing LAX,
of the Latin American Exchange, the 10th and final competitor to enter the match.
Well, what an advantage for LAX. And look at that. Hernandez, double clothesline, slingshots over the top. I mean, this guy, look at this. Takes his shirt, wraps it around the neck of Jimmy Rave, and sends him flying halfway across the ring, and then just slams Lance Hoyt down to his back.
Hernandez takes Jimmy Rave, gonna take him up to his shoulders, and oh man, drives him down face first to the canvas.
What a combination when LAX get it going, and you can see Brother Ray trying to play mind games with Hernandez like they're some kind of partners, and oh, for a second I thought Hernandez bought into it, and then he sends Ray to his butt.
Well, it is every man, or should I say every team for themselves in this tag team gauntlet. Big back body drop, takes down Brother Ray, but from behind. And oh, Don, you do have to have eyes in the back of your head in this gauntlet. Here comes Lance Hoyt on Hernandez.
Keep in mind, only one team has been fully eliminated. You still have Hoyt and Ray together. You still have the Guns. And now you have LAX, but, well, speaking of the Guns, Alex Shelley's gone.
4 of the 10 competitors have been eliminated. 6 remain, and we still have 2 teams in their entirety. Lance Hoyt, Jimmy Rave, Homicide and Hernandez of LAX, plus Chris Sabin representing the Guns, and Brother Ray representing Team 3D.
Wow, you can see right there, Chris Sabin missed on Brother Ray, and then he caught Hoyt, but now Brother Ray in the catbird seat as he just slammed Jimmy Rave to the mat. You can see Lance Hoyt, who's been in there from the beginning. Gotta be tired, and here comes Homicide.
Series of shots from Homicide, and now Chris Sabin is going to take Brother Ray and toss him over the top and down to the floor. 3D's out. After this commercial break, we'll update you on everything that goes down in the tag team gauntlet. And we are back on Thursday Night Impact, and we have already moved on to the second phase of this tag team gauntlet. We are now on to the 2-on-2 matchup featuring the Motor City Machine Guns against the Rock and Rave Infection. And here are the eliminations, ladies and gentlemen, that went down during the commercial break in the tag team gauntlet.
Well, you can see Lance Hoyt sends Hernandez out, and Jimmy Rave able to get Homicide over the top rope. And we're back live, and Alex Shelley right on the head of Jimmy Rave with a knee. And look at the combination work between the Motor City Machine Guns.
Great double team move here by the Guns. Shelley for the pin. 2, and the Guns win it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the tag team gauntlet, the Motor City Machine Guns.
Momentum on the side of Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley. Remember this Sunday at Final Resolution, they joined Black Machismo, Jay Lethal against I was going to say Team 3D and Johnny Devine. And here comes Devine, unprovoked attack on both members of the Guns.
As the Guns are celebrating their victory, Johnny Devine hits them from behind. They're already tired, wore out. And here comes Brother Ray, Brother Devon, and they have kendo sticks in hand.
As well as the X Division Championship belt that belongs to Black Machismo, Jay Lethal. Uh-oh, Brother Ray's got Shelley, double team, fired off into the ropes.
Oh, hits the 3D. They're going to do anything that they can, Mike, to keep the Guns from being able to go into Ultimate X this Sunday with an advantage. And here's a 3D for Chris Sabin, and they just face planting.
They lay out both members of the Motor City Machine Guns, and now Johnny Devine, that X Division traitor, has slid the trademark table into the ring for Brother Ray and Brother Devon, and now 3D and Devine, they're going to set up the table.
Oh, you can see that X Division belt that Brother Ray gets picked up, and the Guns just laying there. They don't even know what hit them. And now Brother Devon goes to grab Alex Shelley while Johnny Devine picks up Chris Sabin, and look at this. Setting him up to the table, and wait a minute, Mike. They're putting their hands out, and he's got that kendo stick. No!
They're defenseless! Last one!
God! Oh, he's trying to damage the hands so they can't use them on the ropes.
Trying to break their arms!
Yes!
They're trying to break the arms of the Motor City Machine Guns so that they won't be able to climb the cables.
Here comes the X Division, and you see the champion, Jay Lethal, Petey Williams, and Shark Boy as they run him off.
Hey, Machine Guns, you will never be able to climb the ropes at Ultimate X. Your wrists are broken. Your wrists are broken at the hands of the greatest tag team, Team 3D and Johnny Devine.
Since we heard that Ultimate X was back this Sunday, all we've been able to think about is Advantage, Motor
Angle.
Kurt Angle, we're only 3 days away from Final Resolution and the TNA title match against Christian Cage. Now, due to the indecision of AJ Styles and Tomko, the decision they have to make, it seems as though it could go either way.
Either way? Are you kidding me? Is she kidding me?
Yes.
First of all, I know the decision that AJ and Tomko are going to make. When you could be on the team of an Olympic gold medalist, you don't pass that opportunity up. And besides, I have exactly what they want, both professionally and personally.
Thank you.
You're welcome, honey. And you know what? Just like everybody else, I'm sick of all the drama. All right? I know AJ Styles is not going to be here tonight, but tonight I'm going out in that ring, and I'm calling Tomko out. And I'm going to make his alliance with me official tonight. As far as Christian Cage, I have plans for you. Never underestimate the brains of Kurt Angle. Because as they say, in a drawer full of knives, I may not be the sharpest.
Did he just say what I think he just said?
I obviously did not marry him for his brains.
Wow.
1 year ago, Christian Cage defeated Kurt Angle to retain his world title. Now the Instant Classic looks to take back the title he never lost. Kurt Angle, 12-time world and Olympic champion. Christian Cage, obsessed with his pursuit of absolute power in TNA. Only one man will reign supreme. TNA Wrestling presents Final Resolution. Live Sunday, January 6th on pay-per-view.
It's Jeremy Borash live tonight from Gainesville, Georgia on Impact, where tonight the phenomenal one AJ Styles is holed up in his grandmother's house, where he has been for the last couple days. Family, friends on hand tonight to try and make a difference, try and persuade him to leave this room. But I'll tell you what, this decision he's had to make has been very taxing on him. And I'm going to ask right now that you come in here. This is his third grade teacher, Miss McGillicuddy.
Yes, ma'am.
I got a question for you. You've known AJ Styles for many years.
Very long time.
Does this whole situation surprise you?
Unfortunately, JB, it doesn't surprise me. He was always shy as a child. You know, he had bad skin. He was shy. He had all those zits from eating all that chocolate.
You know what is zits?
He had lots of zits.
McGillicuddy! Come on! That's a lie! That's a bold-faced lie! You can ask my granny, JB. That's a lie! You know what? So what? It runs in the family, but it wasn't that bad.
Okay, all right.
Gosh.
Maybe you can say something to get him to come out. I mean, do you want to try and have a word with him?
I would love to reason with him. AJ, it's time. It's time to make your decision. It's time to step out.
I'm not coming out, Miss McGillicuddy.
AJ, you get out here immediately! Damn it!
I'm sorry, Father. She didn't. We're going to stay here until we get an answer out of the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. Is it the Angle Alliance? Is it the Christian Coalition? We will stay here tonight till we get an answer with Final Resolution this Sunday on pay-per-view.
It's Mike today, Don West at ringside, and still to come, our night of gauntlets continues here on Impact, and we will also stay on top of this story with AJ Styles. We're going to try and find out whose corner he will be in this Sunday at Final Resolution, whether it will be Christian Cage or Kurt Angle. And Don, let's tell everybody about the big pay-per-view lineup we have for this Sunday at Final Resolution.
It's going to be the TNA Knockout Champion, Gail Kim, as she takes on Awesome Kong. And this time, it's no disqualification.
We heard earlier tonight, the mixed tag team match is now official. Robert Roode and Ms. Brooks to take on Booker T and Wife Charmel.
And it's been confirmed. It's official. Samoa Joe will team with Kevin Nash as they take on the tag team champions, AJ Styles and Tomko.
And in our main event, it's the TNA World Heavyweight Championship at stake. The challenger Christian Cage, the champion Kurt Angle.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a women's knockout gauntlet match. Introducing the first participant from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Angelina Love.
When it comes to the knockout division, the focus firmly set on the no disqualification championship match this Sunday at Final Resolution between Awesome Kong and Gail Kim. But now, 8 knockouts, including Awesome Kong, are set to square off in this gauntlet to determine the 2008 TNA Knockout Rankings. on the face of Ms. Brooks. You can sense everything from concern to uneasiness, and obviously uneasy about having to wrestle against Booker T and wife Sharmell in the mixed tag at Final Resolution. Almost to the point, Don, of weariness. Weary of having to be constantly put down, berated by the man that she must team with this Sunday, Robert Roode. He almost brought her to tears earlier.
I mean, you talk about the definition of misery. It is right there in the face of Miss Brooks. She's got her mind on this Sunday. In her mind, she has no problem with Booker T. She has no problem with Sharmell. But Robert Roode has got him in that mixed tag match. And the thing about it is, she has to do what he says. And Mike, you wonder if she's going to be able to stay focused on this gauntlet because of that, or if she's going to take out that aggression on her competitors.
Again, to quickly reiterate, we start with the two competitors. Every 60 seconds, joined by another wrestler. You are eliminated by being sent over the top rope down to the floor until we reach the final two, where it will be a one-fall match determined by pin or submission.
Well, you can see Angelina Love just taking advantage of the situation, but I've got to say, Mike, real quick, how about Samoa Joe, Kevin Nash teaming up together this Sunday at Final Resolution? And when you think about the brief history that they've had the last few weeks, that's incredible that they're going to do it.
I think there is mutual respect between old school and new school as Miss Brooks tries to fight off this elimination, hanging on for dear life.
The next participant, that pride of Tennessee, Miss Jackie Moore.
Want to remind you, still to come tonight, the X Division and Heavyweight Gauntlets, plus the decisions of Tomko and the phenomenal AJ Styles on whose corner they will be in this Sunday at Final Resolution. Will it be the champion, Kurt Angle, or the challenger, Christian Cage, with that TNA World's Heavyweight title at stake?
And if I'm Tomko, I am worried about AJ Styles. He's obviously a mess mentally, has no idea what decision to make, and that's going to affect how he teams up with Tomko at Final Resolution when they take on the new partnership of Samoa Joe and Kevin Nash.
Well, I wish AJ Styles would make up his mind as fast as Kevin Nash and Samoa Joe did. They immediately decided that they want to be a part of Final Resolution. They don't want to sit on the bench. They're going to go for the tag team gold.
Oh, what a smash right there by Jackie Moore. As she just, you can feel the vibration all through the impact zone here. Coming in next, Angelina Love's partner, Velvet Sky.
Well, let's see if Velvet Sky and Angelina Love will work as a team, and I think that's a fact. Right off the top, she immediately comes in, saves her partner, drop kick for the pride of Tennessee. Down goes Miss Jackie Moore, and now she drags Angelina over, and they're going to work together here to try and take out Miss Brooks.
Well, you can see the teamwork just like you called, and that's what you have to do, but at some point, it may come down to the two of them against each other, but at this point, Miss Brooks just took a wicked kick right in the face.
They continue their teamwork. Pride of Tennessee shot off into the ropes. Drop toe hold from both Angelina Love and Velvet Sky. Takes down Miss Jackie, and then they both drop the elbows.
Trying to wear down Miss Jackie and Miss Brooks and then send them over the rope, but the thing about it, the longer you take, you're breathing life into that competitor, and all they've got to do is find a way to survive to the final two, and who's up next?
The next participant is Christy Hemme.
Well, here's the chance for Christy Hemme to cement her position among the knockout rankings with this gauntlet matchup. Boy, the time that she spends in the corner of the Rock and Rave infection, as well as looking over her shoulder at the Latino Nation in LAX, but this is an opportunity for her to regain her focus on the knockout division. That was a great move off the top.
Oh, it was, and the beautiful cross-body block as she takes two out at once, and now she concentrates on Velvet Sky in the middle of the ring, and if you look at this, Mike, she's got her feet on the hair, pulling up with her arms and just giving her head nowhere to go.
We are 5 competitors deep in this knockout gauntlet, and Don, still no eliminations to this point. Check out Christy Hemme, inverted DDT. She just powered Velvet Sky down.
And now she's going to go up to the top rope here of the second rope and going for that FFG. Oh, but she misses.
Next is ODB.
You know, in a division, these knockouts where so much of the attention has been on the champion Gail Kim and the dominant #1 contender Awesome Kong, it's been amazing to me to see and also hear the crowd reaction to ODB in just the few short months she has been here in TNA.
Well, not unlike Awesome Kong, she's something that they've not seen before. I mean, she's just wild, crazy. She's also rough, tough. I mean, she's just a great combination of so many different things. Miss Brooks getting to her feet, charging after her, and oh my gosh! She just went too far the momentum. She's eliminated.
First elimination in the TNA Knockout Division Gauntlet is Ms. Brooks. And again, keep in mind, order of entrance determined by Jim Cornette's current rankings. But you know that the order of elimination will be so important in determining the rankings for the knockouts going forward here in 2008.
Next is Roxy Laveau.
Here comes the Voodoo Queen, and of course she splits her time between this knockout division and her role with BKM, the Voodoo Kid Mafia, and ODB's ready for her.
Well, Mike, you mentioned about the rankings and the order that they come in. Keep in mind, Awesome Kong, obviously the #1 contender, as she has the title match this Sunday with Gail Kim in a no disqualification match. Think of the advantage. That gives Awesome Kong being the last one in and also being the freshest one when she arrives here in the gauntlet.
ODB taken down by Roxy Laveau. Voodoo Queen going to take the pride of Tennessee, try and eliminate Ms. Jackie, and she's got her up on the ropes, and Ms. Jackie's holding on to that top steel cable.
And you can see Velvet Sky, Angelina Love trying to work together as Christy Hemme on the one side has got a hold, but you can see Angelina Love able to somehow hold on the ropes, and here she comes.
The final participant, Awesome Kong.
Well, this Sunday, Awesome Kong looks to repeat what she's done in the past. Defeat Gail Kim, but only this time, 2 differences. It's a championship match, and it's no disqualification, and that spells advantage for Awesome Kong. And here she comes, all 6'1", 272 pounds.
Well, you can just see she just goes one after another and knocks the air out of them. And now going right after Christy Hemme, and you can see Velvet Sky, and look at this. Awesome Kong just picks them both up and eliminates them at once.
Double elimination, sending Velvet Sky and Christy Hemme over the top and down to the floor. And now Angelina Love, on the back, but just momentarily, of Awesome Kong.
Oh, she just flips her like a rag doll. And now look at her. She's saying one after another. And man, Angelina Love just leaves, thought she had some force. And look at that, she's gone.
Has been eliminated.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are down to the final 4, and you can see Awesome Kong sizing up the competition. Can Miss Jackie, ODB, and Roxy work together? We'll find out when we return. And we are back live, and ladies and gentlemen, during the commercial break, it has been a 3-on-1 beatdown. ODB, Miss Jackie Moore, and Roxy Laveau teaming together against Awesome Kong. Triple drop kick when she stands on her feet.
Well, they realize that there's any way of getting rid of Awesome Kong, they've got to work together. But now, they're giving her 3 drop kicks at once. This is the 3rd time, and they still can't put Awesome Kong over the ropes.
Almost as if Awesome Kong was just challenging the 3 of them. Bring your best shot. And now, the 3 are going to try and triple team her and toss her over the top and eliminate her. She's got to go all the way down to the floor.
They've got a hold of her. Look at this. They've got leverage. They've got leverage. Oh, my gosh. They got it. They just eliminated Awesome Kong. Unbelievable.
But keep in mind, it took 3 women to eliminate 1 Awesome Kong. But in 3 days at Final Resolution, there's only 1 Gail Kim standing in her way.
Oh, Roxy Laveau just eliminated Jackie Moore. Now we're down to the final 2. ODB and Roxy Laveau. But Mike, you mentioned it. It is just 1-on-1. But Gail Kim's not just any women's champion. She's got heart. She has a no-quit attitude. An athletic ability unlike any woman we've ever seen in that ring.
Don, I just have 2 words for you. No disqualification.
Well, when you put it that way, I don't even think Gail Kim can stand up against Awesome Kong at Final Resolution.
Now, how huge is this showdown for these 2 knockouts? With Gail Kim and Awesome Kong dominating division, this is the chance for somebody to step up and somebody to take their share of the spotlight, and it boils down to ODB and Roxy Laveau, pinfall or submission to decide it.
You can see Roxy Laveau stop the Dirty Dozen halfway through and then uses her strength and sends ODB flying, landing on her back. And you mentioned it, Mike. This is a chance for them to move up the rankings. And what a spine buster. 1, 2, oh, she gets out.
Voodoo Queen on the verge of victory, and you can see by the look on her face, she couldn't believe it that ODB was able to power out, able to kick out before the 3 count.
These two both are very physical in the ring. They're very strong. They have a lot of things in common. Right now, Roxy the Boho got a little too aggressive and in charge right into the boot. And here comes ODB. Wow!
There's press.
1, 2, 3
count.
Ladies and gentlemen, going into the knockout gauntlet, ODB!
Ladies and gentlemen, could we look back on this moment as a landmark victory in the career of ODB? You know that it has to influence the thoughts. It has to influence the rankings of TNA Management's Jim Cornette. To our broadcast colleague, Crystal, standing by with Tomko.
Tomko, I guess according to Kurt Angle, tonight you're going to show your allegiance with either Kurt or with Cage.
And who'd you say said this again?
Well, just a few minutes ago, Kurt said that he was going to demand that you showed your allegiance.
Let's get this perfectly clear. Going forward, nobody is demanding Tomko to do anything. Okay? And we're all of a sudden turning to AJ Styles here? Is that what it is? For so many years, I've dealt with the same crap from Christian. And now, because of AJ, I've got Kurt Angle doing it to me too. You know what? I'm going to go to that ring tonight. I'm going to call Kurt Angle out there. And he is going to show me the respect that I have earned. Earned by bailing him out of these asinine situations he gets himself into every single week. Crystal, frankly, I'm sick and tired of him, Christian, AJ, and all of it. The bottom line is, it stops, and it stops right here tonight.
Still to come, the X Division and heavyweight rankings by Gauntlet. But up next, Tomko answers Kurt Angle.
Moments ago, Tomko told us that he will give us his decision on his terms. He's going to call out Kurt Angle and demand respect.
You know, hey, Kurt, since you've demanded that I give you an answer, man, I guess the best thing for you to do is come down here and get it, buddy.
Between Tomko and Christian Cage, a relationship that dates back several years. Heck, even before they arrived in TNA. But then think of the deal that AJ Styles brokered with Karen Angle as Tomko, Styles, and Kurt formed the Angle Alliance. For both champion Kurt Angle and challenger Christian Cage, their patience has to be wearing thin.
As we await AJ Styles' decision for final resolution, one thing we do know, Tomko's ready to make his. And in Tomko's mind, it's all about respect. He feels like he never got respect from Christian Cage, and now he's getting disrespected by Kurt Angle.
No, where Tomko stands, maybe the phenomenal AJ Styles has made a decision via satellite to Gainesville, Georgia, and Jeremy Borash.
Jeremy Borash here live tonight via satellite from Gainesville, Georgia, in the grandmother's house of the phenomenal one AJ Styles. Right now, the former world heavyweight champion has been holed up inside this house now for over 48 hours. He does not have an answer. He does not know what he's going to do with Christian Cage joining the Christian Coalition or joining the Angle Alliance. I have asked now his high school wrestling coach from Gainesville Vocational to come on in here, Mr. Butterbean.
Coach Butterman. Go Grazing Goats.
Go Grazing Goats. Gainesville, of course, and you were the coach of the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. Are you surprised by this?
Well, AJ has a little weakness every now and then. Not something, you know, but I can remember the time he wrestled old Red Reed. Redneck Reed, they called her. She was absolutely the toughest in the county. Her. You know, well, we'd call her kind of a alternative girl, kind of in a progressive school district, kind of like where you'd be from. City Slicker, you know what I mean? Yes, sir. Right. So anyway, there he was. He was in the ring. Red come in the ring, dropped her teeth, crushed him in the floor. All of a sudden, AJ was over in the corner, and you could see a little yellow stream come down his leg. We had to clean the ring.
Are you kidding me? You know what happened? Doug had some Mountain Dew, and I got it right before the match, and I spilled it all over on accident. It was not pee. I don't know where you're coming from. And you worked great under pressure. Thank you very much.
Now you know better than that. Oh, you come out of there and take this like a
All
man.
right, still no decision from the Phenomenal One, AJ Styles. It's a tough choice. We're going to get an answer tonight, live via satellite from Gainesville, Georgia. Unbelievable.
Still to come, the heavyweight rankings by Gauntlet. But up next, the X Division stars battle for rank.
It's the return of the most innovative match in wrestling today. Ultimate X, Team 3D, and Johnny Divine take on the Black Machismo Jay Lethal and Motor City Machine Guns.
Oh, God! Oh, my God!
Awesome Kong continues to crush everything in her path as she looks to destroy Gail Kim for the TNA Women's Knockout Championship. TNA Wrestling presents Final Resolution, live Sunday, January 6th on pay-per-view.
It's Jeremy Borash live via satellite tonight from Gainesville, Georgia, in the home of the grandmother of the Phenomenal One, AJ Styles. The kids are here. Even clergymen are here tonight out of concern for the Phenomenal One, as he has not left this room in over 2 days and has not made a decision yet on the Angle Alliance or the Christian Coalition. I have now with me MJ, Mary Jane, is that it?
Yeah, just call me MJ.
All right.
AJ, you better come out here right now, or I'm going to tell all these people at home something they don't know about you.
I don't care, and I'm not coming out.
Oh, he doesn't care. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so like most boys, when he was younger, he was frisky. One day when I came home from school, I caught him in the bathroom.
Whoa, 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 whoa. No,
Oh, yeah.
you know what, MJ? You're ugly. Hey, MJ, can you get me a bologna sandwich and a Yoo-hoo, please? I'm starving.
Oh, yeah. I'll get you a bologna sandwich and a Yahoo as soon as you tell me which one of these two people you are going to side with. See what I'm dealing with?
Yeah, let's see. All right, Christian Cage, Kurt Angle, notice.
I think Tomko changed his number. Do you have it?
I don't have it on my... He is yet to make a decision. He is the Phenomenal One, AJ Styles. We are not leaving here tonight till we get an answer. Is it going to be the Christian Coalition or the Angle Alliance? We'll be back with more live from Gainesville, Georgia tonight.
It's ridiculous. AJ!
Well, it's still a zoo at Grandma's in Gainesville, Georgia, and we still don't have a decision from AJ Styles. To Crystal with Jay Lethal and Sanjay Dutt.
Black Machismo Guru, even though nobody's saying anything, I can sense there's a little bit of jealousy in the air. I mean, from what I heard, Guru stole a kiss from SoCal Val at the Christmas party.
Let me ask you, where are you getting your questions from, John Stossel, huh? But don't worry, I ain't David Schultz. You ain't got to worry about my five across your eyes, because my problem is with the Guru. Hey, I saw you getting a little frisky with Liz at the Christmas party, stealing a kiss right from under my nose. Huh? And it's giving me flashbacks. I mean, Liz and Hogan back in the 80s. I mean, I ain't liking this one bit.
Look, Jay, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry that you misconstrued a sweet, innocent, friendly peck on the cheek for something more than it is.
It was on the lips, boy. Quit messing around.
Hey, look. My guru once told me that love is in your heart, not to stay, but to be shared. Just like this, Jay. You want a kiss, too?
Whoa. Hey, I don't swing like that, Adonis. You know what? We may be the mega powers, but I got my eye on you.
Hey, a kiss is a kiss.
Hey,
Come here.
don't touch me. Come here.
Hey, what's going on? I just figured, hey, I'm strolling around here. This interview obviously bombed, so I figured I'd come in here and pick it up. Pick it up, huh? Shed a little light on the situation that's going on around here. I just want to say that I'm proud of Tomko. I'm actually proud of the guy. He finally stood up, took a stand. He wants to be his own man. I can dig it. That's cool. But AJ, I need to know, where do you stand? You're sitting at home locking yourself in a room somewhere. I want to know where you stand, AJ. Because I want to know who's going to share in the glory after Final Resolution, when the Instant Classic becomes the World Heavyweight Champion for the third time. Now, Kurt Angle, I heard you talking earlier about how smart you are. Well, let me put it to you like this. I'm in a gauntlet match a little bit later tonight to determine my ranking for 2008. And since you're so smart, why don't you take a little stroll down to the ring and let's match wits.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an X Division Gauntlet match. Introducing the first participant from Bombay, India, the Guru, Sanjay Dutt.
Well, Christian has an invitation for Kurt Angle later tonight, but Sanjay Dutt in hot water with Jay Lethal over the Christmas kiss from SoCal Val. Machismo stuck in the time tunnel while Guru spreads the love throughout TNA.
The second participant in the X Division Gauntlet from Windsor, Ontario, Canada, Maple Leaf Muscle, Petey Williams.
Petey Williams still has possession of the Feaster Fired briefcase that originally belonged to Scott Steiner. Yes, a case that contains a TNA World title shot. But don't go anywhere, because when we return to Thursday Night Impact, the opening bell for the X Division Gauntlet. And for those of you just joining us on Thursday Night Impact, that was the opening bell for the third of 4 gauntlet matches tonight. Ranking positions for each TNA division are at stake. We have seen the Motor City Machine Guns capture the tag team gauntlet. ODB victorious in the knockout gauntlet. Heavyweight gauntlet still to come. And now, Sanjay Dutt, the Guru, and Maple Leaf Muscle, Petey Williams, to kick off the X Division version.
Well, Sanjay Dutt has just come out like a house of fire, and you can see how quick he is as he goes to the top. Oh, man! What a leg drop on Maple Leaf Muscle. We got to see this again. Look at this. Oh, he hits him dead and square on. You see another shot of it. Keep in mind, it is a gauntlet. Each entrance comes in every 60 seconds. Elimination over the top rope. You get to the final 2. It's pinfall or submission.
What a spin kick by Petey Williams directly into the face of the Guru Sanjay Dutt. And Petey's in control. Can he take out Sanjay now?
The next participant is Shark Boy.
Boy, take a look at Shark Boy. You know, the list of ailments that affects him, it seems to grow by the week.
Every week there's a bandage on another part of his body, but you got to give the guy credit for his heart. He continues to come out here. And look at this. What a way to start it off.
A power bomb by Shark Boy that takes down both Sanjay Dutt and Maple Leaf Muscle Petey Williams. Just amazing that he can even muster the strength to do that. All the late-breaking news about Final Resolution, Christian Cage, Kurt Angle for the TNA World's title. Just text TNA to 76,000. You'll also get a free week of TNA Mobile.
Speaking of Christian Cage, Kurt Angle, how about Christian Cage calling out Kurt Angle in the gauntlet, in the heavyweight gauntlet later tonight, saying if you want to match wits, come on out and join me, and we'll match wits.
Plus, we're still awaiting the decision of the phenomenal AJ Styles for this Sunday at Final Resolution. Will he be in the corner of Christian or Kurt Angle?
Ladies and gentlemen, prime time, Elix Skipper.
Well, since the departure of the Triple X leader, the fallen angel Christopher Daniels, who received the pink slip at Feaster Fired, you know, things haven't been the same for both Elix Skipper and Senchi, the 2 remaining members of Triple X.
Well, this is a chance for them to reestablish themselves, and that's obviously what Elix Skipper's doing, showing that power that he has, a power that he used in the X Division so well. You mentioned it, Triple X, no Christopher Daniels, no Triple X, but this is a chance to move themselves up the rankings to get noticed in that X Division. Oh, nice double drop kick right there by Sanjay Dutt and Shark Boy.
Right on target, right on the money, taking down both Petey Williams and primetime Elix Skipper, but all 4 competitors still alive in the X Division gauntlet that will determine the rankings for 2008. Skipper just eliminated himself.
The speed of Sanjay Dutt, so imminent right there, able to move out of the way, pull the ropes down, and nowhere for Skipper to go.
Johnny Devine.
When the Motor City Machine Guns and Jay Lethal face Team 3D and Johnny Devine this Sunday at Final Resolution in Ultimate X, to me, Johnny Devine looks like he is the X Factor for his 3-man team.
Well, keep in mind the damage that Team 3D did to the wrist, the hands, the arms of the Motor City Machine Guns. I mean, they just held them on the table, cracked them with the kendo stick. As you see Shark Boy eliminated, you got to wonder this Sunday how bad the damage to their hands is going to affect them at Ultimate X.
I don't think there's any question that attack by 3D has to limit the climbing ability of Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley as Petey Williams just drilled Johnny Devine with the dropkick. Now Williams and the Guru, Sanjay Dutt, with a double team on Devine.
Well, it's obvious that Dutt and Petey Williams haven't forgotten the traitor that Johnny Devine was in the X Division when he joined with Team 3D.
Well, even though X Division title holder Jay Lethal doesn't have possession of his title belt stolen by 3D, he's still recognized as champion. As a result, he's not in the X Division gauntlet, but you know that he's closely watching to see who's going to win this thing, who's going to move up the ladder tonight in the TNA rankings. Senshi, the sixth and final entrant, with only 3 opponents left. Senchi's in a great spot.
Well, you saw Johnny Devine trying to find a friend anywhere. He knows he doesn't have one. What a drop kick by Senshi! And that allows Petey Williams, Sanjay Dutt, just to flip Devine over the ropes. And now, it's every man for himself between these 3.
Vicious, lethal kick by Dutt from the outside, takes down Williams. And then he amazingly comes in, snaps off the Hurricane Rana on Senshi. Maple Leaf Muscle back to the attack. Charges into the corner. Sanjay catches him unaware. Drilled him with both boots. Watch the springboard. Over the top of Senshi. Crashing down across the chest of Williams.
Oh, he landed. But wait a minute. Senshi, though, just took that momentum that Sanjay Dutt had, and he uses it to eliminate him over the top rope.
We're down to the final 2. Pinner submission. Petey Williams, Senshi. Petey, one of the 2 original men to start this X Division gauntlet, and Maple Leaf Muscle is still alive. Think about the strategy now at this point. Petey's got to look to avoid the educated feet. Right there, Senshi connects and goes for the pin. You've also got to look out for that Warrior's Way, and I think it goes without saying that Senshi cannot get caught in the Canadian Destroyer of Petey Williams.
2 former X Division champions battling it out right here, trying to get themselves in that spot to get another chance at the X Division. Petey Williams, unbelievable here as of late, the rise that he's had. Another great opportunity, but Senshi, and you saw the kick, but look how Petey Williams used it to his advantage.
Oh, and just as Petey was going to charge off the ropes, Senshi caught him and drilled him right between the eyes. Williams is outside on the apron, but he's still in the match. Quickly, slingshot in, both knees into the chest of the Warrior Senshi.
I'll tell you what, not only into the chest, they also shoot up into the jaw. Wait a minute! Oh, you can see though, Senshi knew where he was. He just bull rushes him into the turnbuckle.
And he avoided the Canadian Destroyer, that sick flip pile driver. Instead, he unleashes the offensive and takes down Williams and drills him right down to the canvas. Here comes the Warrior's Way.
Here it goes, a double foot stomp. Oh, Petey Williams, I mean a split second. And you can see Senshi goes right after him, but Petey Williams is waiting for it.
Shoulder block, quick roll-up attempt.
Whoa! Canadian Destroyer, he hit it.
Roll him over. Cover.
1, 2, done.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the X Division Gauntlet match, Maple Leaf Muscle, Petey Williams.
As we take another look at that 6-foot pile driver, the Canadian Destroyer, think of the position that this puts Petey Williams in. He goes up in the X Division ranks, and he's got a feast for fire, world's title shot in the bank.
James Storm, tonight you're competing for the
Whoa, competing? I'm not competing for no rankings. Everybody knows that I'm the #1 beer drinker in the world.
That's right, James. And I'm number 2.
Whoa.
Oh,
Hold them ponies in there. Calm down. Calm
Okay,
down, little lady.
everybody but Eric Young, because technically right now he has won your beer drinking championship.
No, he didn't win nothing. He cheated. He stole it. If you go back and you review the tapes, you'll see that when I'm down in the beer, I do not spill a drop. But he's watering his chest, trying to get something to grow up there, I guess. But you know what? We're going to settle this. At final resolution, we're going to have the 2 out of 3 and a DCS.
What's that?
Blondie, it's kind of like football has the BCS, but beer drinkers, we have something called the DCS, the Drinking Championship Series. And the winner, the winner gets the choice of their match.
Okay, so like what kind of games are there going to be?
Hello, you're not a drinker either, I see. Well, we're going to do something called the Edwards 40 hands. What you do is you take 2 40s, not 12 ounces, and you tape them to your hand. And the first person to finish both 40s without spilling a drop is the winner.
Okay, what if you have to like, you know,
What?
like go to the bathroom or something?
Well, sorry about your damn luck, because you got to sit there until you're done. You cannot get up to go pee. You can't check your email. You can't check your MySpace. You can't do nothing. You got to sit there until both of them are gone.
Okay, that is crazy, and I cannot wait to see what the other 2 games are going to be like.
Oh, well, we ain't invented them yet, but well, come on, let's go invent something.
Ew, this is going to be fun. I can't wait.
The Phenomenal AJ Styles and Tomko defend the TNA Tag Title against Kevin Nash and Samoa Joe.
Unbelievable!
Plus, it's the return of the most innovative match in wrestling today.
TNA's innovative, high-risk spectacle.
Ultimate X. And Robert Roode and Ms. Brooks take on Booker T and Sharmell. TNA Wrestling presents Final Resolution. Live Sunday, January 6th on pay-per-view.
He won't see his kids. He won't see his pets. I'll tell you what, the phenomenal AJ Styles has been holed up in this room now for over 2 days. He will not make a decision on the phenomenal one AJ Styles' choice. Is it the Christian Coalition? Is it the Angle Alliance? Who will he side with? Final Resolution is this Sunday on pay-per-view, and we need an answer tonight. As you can see, friends and family have gathered here tonight, all concerned about his well-being, even clergymen from AJ's local church. I understand, Father, you've come by here tonight. AJ, a former altar boy for you, is that right?
What?
AJ was an altar boy?
What?
He was an altar boy at your church.
Oh, yes, he was an altar boy. He was a fabulous young man. He was led our parish. He loved the Lord. He was pious. We all looked up to him. We really expected wonderful things from this young man.
And I would imagine then as his advisor, as his pastor, you've given him some advice on this whole situation. Has he chosen sides? Which one have you picked?
Oh, well, of course, obviously. I chose Christian.
Oh, man of the cloth. That makes sense, yeah.
Of course.
Uncle Jimmy.
Yeah.
MJ. We're Baptist.
I know, I've tried to say something.
That's not AJ Snipes.
What do you do? Apparently there's been some sort of miscommunication here at the AJ Styles house here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, AJ Styles has yet to give us an answer. We're not leaving here tonight till we find out who AJ Styles is siding with, the Christian Coalition or the Angle Alliance. Unbelievable.
Lad, do you need to confess?
Nobody does. Sunday, 3-hour wrestling pay-per-views like TNA, and we will prove it again this Sunday at Final Resolution. DW, let's tell everybody what we have in store.
Awesome Kong, Gail Kim 2. The TNA Knockout Championship's on the line. It is going to be no disqualification. Can Gail Kim defend?
Mixed tag team match. Robert Roode and Ms. Brooks against Booker T and Sharmell. Top that.
I'll tell you what, after everything that's happened the last month, I will. Samoa Joe, Kevin Nash, tag team partners as they go for the gold against Tomko and AJ Styles for the tag team titles.
Main event, TNA World Heavyweight Championship. It's the challenger, Christian Cage. It's the champion, Kurt Angle. Ladies and gentlemen, it all goes down this Sunday at Final Resolution. And now, let's send it to Crystal with Booker T and Sharmell.
Booker T, I've got to ask you how you feel about Robert Roode demanding that you have a mixed tag match at Final Resolution that puts your wife Sharmell in the ring, in harm's way, and in jeopardy. I mean, how does
Damn right, it put her in jeopardy. You know, look, when I came to TNA, I came here to make an impact. In the middle of that ring, see, I got a contract to wrestle, not my wife. My wife came here for moral support, and that only, you dig? You see, in this Robert Roode, you see, he can treat a lady any way he wants. See, that ain't my business, but I treat my lady like a queen. You dig what I'm saying? And right now, I'm about to raise up out of here and go to Jim Cornette's office and ask him, is he out of his ever-loving, ecliptic, psychotic, damn mind?
Whoa, wait a minute, baby. Now listen, I'm not scared. All right, I just sat here and listened to Robert Roode call me a skank and everything else. Well, you know what? It's like you always say. Oh, it's on like neck bone.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying, because personally, I can't wait to slap the taste out of Robert Roode's mouth.
Damn. Now you done pissed her off, man. We out of here.
Up next, it's the heavyweight rankings by Gauntlet.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a heavyweight division gauntlet contest. Introducing the first participant from Houston, Texas, Booker T.
It is main event time on Thursday Night Impact, and it is time for the heavyweight division gauntlet. And we see Matt Morgan representing TNA management out to watch the proceedings. Interesting situation when it came to Jim Cornette listing the order of entry. Believe it or not, Booker T requested that he go out number one. He said, I don't want any favors. Now I know Cornette felt that he had to slap Booker later based on his career accomplishments, but Booker said, I want to earn it.
And the second participant is from Leapersburg, Tennessee, Cowboy James Storm.
Well, I'm not sure if James Storm has his priorities straight. When Crystal asked him about competing for his ranking in the heavyweight gauntlet, Don, he seemed more interested in bragging about his beer drinking championship belt than the TNA World's Heavyweight title.
Well, you heard him talking about the DCS, the Drinking Championship Series that's going to be in Final Resolution. He is just absolutely infatuated with Eric Young, and the fact that Eric Young seems to beat him in all these contests, that he considers himself the best drinker in the world.
You know, you really have to give Booker T an awful lot of credit for requesting the #1 slot. With 14 total entrants in this heavyweight gauntlet, it's going to be a tall task to survive all the way to the end, but Booker doesn't want anything handed to him on a silver platter here in TNA. Yeah, he wants to do it the old-fashioned way.
Oh, absolutely. As far as he's concerned, the past doesn't mean anything. In TNA, it's a brand new start, and he's going to start at the beginning, being the first one in. But don't be surprised if Booker T doesn't make it all the way to the end, because that's the experience that he has. I mean, this guy has been a champion everywhere he's been.
Again, exclusively, it's over-the-top rope eliminations until we get down to the final 2 competitors, and then and only then at that point, it's a one-fall, pinfall, or submission matchup.
How about Sharmell demanding to Booker T that she wants to be in that mixed tag match? She wants to slap the taste out of Robert Roode's mouth for calling her the names that he has. And Booker T, well, you saw him. Sharmell's pissed.
Well, now this is going to be good. It's a little preview time as we get to see Robert Roode square off with Booker T even before their mixed tag this Sunday at Final Resolution. And look at Roode go to work with those boots. Shot after shot to the head of his rival Booker T.
Well, he had tunnel vision. He came straight after Booker T, didn't even look at James Storm, and started attacking the ribs. One punch after another. But look at this. Booker T blocks it. One shot after another. And Robert Roode now getting a dose of Booker T.
Quick, Booker shot off into the ropes. Telegraph with the back body drop hurt Roode, but then he immediately comes back and answers with a vicious elbow, and the Cowboy James Storm, he's going to pick the bones. Booker T down on his back, and it's Storm with the chokehold.
Well, James Storm knows that Robert Roode's not focused on him at all. Robert Roode has only one thing in mind, and that's inflicting as much damage to Booker T before this Sunday as he can. Well, this Sunday at Final Resolution, Eric Young, well, he gets a rematch with Cowboy James Storm, and what Storm's calling the DCS. And you can see Robert Roode go straight after him, but nice shoulder block by Eric Young.
Ladies and gentlemen, the videotape machines will be rolling throughout the commercial break, and when we return, we'll update you on the heavyweight gauntlet.
The next participant, Big Papa Pop, Scott Steiner.
And we are back on Impact, and as Scott Steiner makes his way down the ramp for the heavyweight gauntlet, there is the first elimination of this gauntlet match. James Storm taken down to the floor by Kaz. All during the commercial break, no eliminations at all. And look at Scott Steiner suplexing. Oh man, first Robert Roode, then there goes Relic. Big boot for Kaz.
What a shot on the back of Kaz, on the back of the head of Chris Harrison. Now look at him. Booker T, look at this. They decide to work together. Oh my God, did you ever think you'd see that? Scott Steiner, Booker T together.
And during the commercial break while we were away, Chris Harris, Black Reign, Relic, and Kaz all joined the gauntlet. To this point, only one elimination, James Storm.
You can see everybody just fighting for dear life to stay inside that ring because of the importance of being one of the last 2 and try to become the #1 ranked person in the heavyweight division.
Scott Steiner has Robert Roode in his sights and clotheslines him to the floor. And as the son of Father James Mitchell, Judas Macias makes his way down to the ring. Oh, Scott Steiner's got Chris Harris in trouble, and the Wildcat has been eliminated.
We can hardly wait for this Sunday when they're finally going to meet in the ring. The Monster Abyss, Judas Messias. As you see the blood coming out of his mouth, we all want to know what that secret is. You heard Abyss last week. The secret will die with him before he tells, but the story just gets more intriguing with every day.
And Macias, totally on the offensive, right on Booker T, stomping boot after boot to the chest of Booker T in the corner.
We just saw Black Rain. He thought he had Kaz eliminated, but Kaz able to stay up on the ring apron. They're going to meet each other this Sunday in Final Resolution. As we've seen that feud build, who can ever forget that image of that bag with Misty the Rat inside it, just scratching the face of Kaz?
And while Kevin Nash comes down, we see that Kaz has been eliminated from the heavyweight gauntlet. Earlier tonight, Jim Cornette proposed Kevin Nash, Samoa Joe, join together as a team, fight for the TNA Tag Team titles this Sunday, or sit on the bench at Final Resolution. And Nash and Joe, they're on the same page.
Well, that's the kind of competitors they are. They want gold. They've got a chance. And I will tell you something. With what's going on right now between Tomko and AJ Styles and Kurt Angle and Christian Cage, if they can figure out a way to work together, Kevin Nash, Samoa Joe have a great opportunity to take home tag team gold at Final Resolution, because I'm not sure mentally how AJ Styles is going to be this Sunday.
Judas Messias rakes the eyes of Scott Steiner. Think of Booker T requesting the #1 slot in this match, and he's still out here. He's still one of the survivors in this gauntlet.
3, 2, 1.
Out goes Scott Steiner, and then out goes Eric Young, and now out go the lights in the Impact Zone.
And there's the Monster Abyss standing right behind Judas Messias, and you can see the anger. He has only one focus right now. It's tunnel vision on Judas Messias. He doesn't care about eliminating anybody. And look at Messias, able to get the boot up, but look at the strength and the power of Abyss.
Tosses him away, follows up, running clothesline, and both Judas Messias and the Monster Abyss are out.
In my mind, Abyss, he didn't care about the rankings. All he wanted was to get a piece of Judas Messias, and it's not stopping now.
The next participant, Samoa Joe.
And as Samoa Joe makes his way to the ring, Don, they have a chance, Samoa Joe and Kevin Nash, to show us that they are on the same page, that they do have that mutual respect, because they're both still active in this heavyweight gauntlet. Look at Samoa Joe. Black Rain, reeling, dropped to his back with that single leg kick.
Well, he is. He's cleaning house, but you know the allure of the heavyweight championship is so big. You wonder if it's going to be too much for Samoa Joe to handle. And will he work with Kevin Nash? But right now, he's going right after Booker T. And look, but Booker T gets the elbow up just in time.
To this point, 13 of the 14 competitors are involved in this heavyweight division gauntlet. We know that Christian Cage is going to be the 14th and final man as Booker T and Relic exchange in mid-ring.
I've been trying to keep an eye on Samoa Joe and Kevin Nash to see how they're going to work together, but they've actually been staying apart from each other at this point.
And the final participant, the Instant Classic, Christian Cage.
Relic right on the edge of being eliminated, and then Black Rain comes over, and how about that? Booker T is out.
Booker T has been eliminated.
Well, now look at this. Kurt Angle running up the ramp, going to try to head Christian off in the pass.
Oh, no question. Kurt Angle is setting up an ambush to try and catch Christian coming out of the ramp, and there's no Christian Cage.
Well, Christian Cage, he called him out earlier tonight, said Matt Twist with him, and now Kurt Angle looking in the tunnel, but no Christian Cage. Christian Cage, not where he's supposed to be, and you can see Kurt Angle's frustrated.
And Angle asking Matt Morgan, where's he at? Where's Christian Cage at?
All of a sudden, here he comes! Christian Cage just waited to the right moment. Kurt Angle turned his back on him, and Christian Cage went after him, as you see Relic being eliminated in the background.
Relic is out, and so is Black Rain. You're right, Christian Cage. Oh, he outsmarted Angle, but then Angle just took him Olympic slam off the steel post.
Well, here comes security. They're coming in to break it up. They got to keep these two separated until this Sunday at Final Resolution.
Referee Earl Hebner in the ring. I guess in his mind, it now boils down to to Samoa Joe and Kevin Nash as the final two, and Nash extending the hand of friendship.
Well, you can see the skepticism in the look of Samoa Joe, but they do shake hands. And then look at Nash. He's motioning gold around the waist.
They're going to go for the TNA Tag Team titles this Sunday at Final Resolution, and Nash has eliminated himself.
Look at this.
Christian's in.
Oh, no. Christian Cage just pinned Joe.
The winner of the gauntlet, Christian Cage.
Kevin Nash thought that he would allow his tag team partner, Samoa Joe, to get the win. But Christian Cage, who earlier outsmarted Kurt Angle, just did the same thing by getting the pin on Samoa Joe. We're running out of time. We need your decision, AJ. Are you going to be in the corner of Christian Cage or
Kurt Angle, 12-time world and Olympic champion. Christian Cage, obsessed with his pursuit of absolute power in TNA. Only one man will reign supreme.
But know this, Kurt, TNA is not big enough for the two of us.
Witness the horror when the Monster Abyss faces Judas Messias.
Wait a minute. Oh, my God. It's Judas Messias.
The phenomenal AJ Styles and Tomko defend the TNA tag title against Kevin Nash and Samoa Joe.
Unbelievable.
Awesome Kong continues to crush everything in her path as she looks to destroy Gail Kim for the TNA Women's Knockout Championship.
who is going to stop Awesome Kong?
Plus, it's the return of the most innovative match in wrestling today.
TNA's innovative, high-risk spectacle.
Ultimate X, Team 3D and Johnny Devine take on the Black Machismo, Jay Lethal and Motor City Machine Guns. And Robert Roode and Ms. Brooks take on Booker T and Sharmell.
I can't wait to slap the taste out of Robert Roode's mouth.
TNA Wrestling presents Final Resolution, live Sunday, January 6th on pay-per-view.